Hi, y'all. It's Tara. Hope you're doing well. Do you know what this is that I'm holding? Yeah, it looks kind of gross, but actually, it's not as gross as you think. It's like a postcard from the Dandelion Chocolate Factory. So these are, in fact, chocolates. So basically, um, let me just start out with, this image conjures up something that I went through like recently, and that is a colonoscopy. So, just like 2 months ago, my brother had his first colonoscopy, and he went even though he's relatively young, he's like 47, relatively young. Um, Most people would say he's on the older side, but anyways, he's my younger brother. He went for a colonoscopy, and the reason why they asked him to go in was he did a stool sample and sent it in to his doctors, and, they were telling people that, they were nagging us to send these in. So he did his, and, I was supposed to have sent mine in, like, a year ago, and they had sent me the sample they sent me the kit, but I'm a procrastinator, so naturally, I just put it off. Besides, I don't know of anybody who had anything found on any of those things, so I was just kinda, like, dismissing it. But my brother is a by the rules type guy, so he's as soon as they sent him the kit, he sent his in, and they found blood in his stool. So they asked him to go in for a colonoscopy, and when he went in, they found, um, 2 polyps that were fusing together, and, it was almost an inch big. That's huge, for internal polyps, and, they did an not autopsy, what do you call it? Biopsy, yeah, because 'cause they're trying to find if it's cancer. And they found some cancer cells in the middle of it, but they didn't see that the cells attached to the wall of his intestines or to the wall of his body. They didn't see that those cells were changing into cancer as far as they know. So, if he had waited a little bit longer, the cells that were multiplying inside that were cancerous, and once cells turn cancerous, the cancer cells multiply really fast, and they will metastasize, and they will burst out of out of that tumor, and they will go other places and cause like mayhem, and they would cause the cancer to spread throughout the body, which is not what we want. We want to catch them when they're still contained and they haven't spread. I know a little something about cancer because I had breast cancer. Uh, and a few years ago, and I had surgery, so I know. And I was able to catch mine fast, hopefully before it spread to the lymph nodes. That's what they say. And I had to go through chemo and everything like that. So, but that's in the past now, hopefully. So as soon as I heard that he got like his thing done, and he got that result, I sent him my stool sample ASAP. And then, at first when I sent it in, they said that, "Oh, there's no bleeding," right? So there was no because there was no bleeding in my stool sample, they actually said they did not, uh automatically asked me to go to a colonoscopy. When I was speaking to one of the doctors, I actually mentioned that I should probably get a colonoscopy because my brother had this exam and I also had cancer before. And immediately, this doctor is really good, and she scheduled me for a colonoscopy as soon as possible. So that was like a month ago. So basically, um, colonoscopy is hard, but it was actually I just had it a few days ago, and I was so hungry. Um, I was scheduled at the end of the day, the next day. So the day before, you have to stop eating solid foods. You can only drink clear broth and clear liquids. And you also have to drink like a gallon of stuff that makes you poo, explosively poo. to cleanse out your colon in order for them to do the exam. In fact, if you have to follow the instructions meticulously, and if you don't, they can't examine you because you haven't cleansed out your colons. So I had not been able to eat any food, and I was, going to the restroom constantly. So I was even more hollow than inside than normal. So I was dreaming of food, and I actually went to the Uber Eats app on my phone, or on my iPad, and I was looking through all the restaurants and their menus, and I was like putting the ones that I found interesting in a cart, okay? And I was doing this, but of course, since I can't eat anything, I couldn't push the button. I just had it in the cart. And then after that, one cart was done for that one restaurant. I went to another cart for another restaurant, and I would put those in there. And after like a couple of hours, I had 10 different carts filled out that I never pushed the button on. And now they're on the memory of my Uber app on the iPad. And that's how I was like eating virtually. You know what I mean? I was eating with my brain because I was starving and I couldn't eat with my body. I didn't think it would be that bad, but as you're losing so much liquids, and I was actually working, they said not to work, but for some reason, emergencies at work always happen at the wrong time. So I was working all the way, using my brain and using up all my glucose and all that reserves and stuff like that. I was like doing all this work. So I used up all the sugar in my brain, and I was feeling so lightheaded. So they said that you can, when you were drinking the nasty liquid that they give you, the gallon of like cleansing liquid that you have to drink. So you have to drink 8 ounces, which is a cup, every 15 minutes for 2 hours for day one. And then 5 hours before your surgery or your procedure, you have to do it the next day. So in between that, because it's nasty and salty, even though it's slightly nasty, it's not that nasty. Trust me, don't let that like stop you from getting a colonoscopy. I was sucking on these hard candies, and I used to hate these candies. These are like basically coconut candies from that I used to hate during childhood. And the only reason why I had a bag of these was because my mom likes to give candies whenever I see her. Even though I told her I hated these, but I didn't want to, she knows I don't like them, but I didn't want to hurt her feelings, so I just took it. So luckily I had a bag of these handy, and I was sucking on these, and I realized, wow, I really love this candy. It's like really mild, and yeah, it's really mild, and it's not too salty. It's just 42% coconut juice, has a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, and maltose syrup. Yeah, and that's it. So that was my ordeal. But also, whilst I was filling up, sorry, I can't, I'm not one of these people that can speak well with like crap in my mouth, so I had to take it out. Sorry about that. But whilst I was, in that type of, feeling, I was going through Instagram. And if you want to avoid shopping, don't go on Instagram. That place is like so easy to buy stuff. So I found this Dandelion chocolate advertisement. And Dandelion chocolate, for all y'all that don't know, is it's a chocolate manufacturer. They actually have a factory in San Francisco, and they make chocolates for themselves. They have their own physical stores where it's like a cafe. They have cakes, they sell chocolate drinks, and it's not just hot chocolate. There's like innovative drinks. They have pastries made with chocolate and chocolate accoutrements, bars, candies, everything. But on their website for Christmas and they were selling these special edition, limited edition, like collaborations with other chocolate purveyors. And one of them is Michael's. So Michael's is from Oakland, California. I've had their stuff before. They're really delicious. And he makes them himself. So this one I got are the Spirits and Crafts collection. And these are the pairing of local small batch barrel aged spirits and dark chocolate together. So basically, their dark chocolate is 70% Camino Verde from Ecuador. So I like this because they have like, I like trying chocolate that is kind of like from the origins, like by itself, because I feel like you can really taste the difference. A lot of times when you're buying the regular chocolate bars, even the premium ones, unless they're from a single origin place, they're basically blending all the chocolate together to make like a more like averagely pleasing bar. But I feel like then it makes like the original chocolates lose like the original flavors that they have for themselves. Like but Valrhona and all these other places, they'll have the names of the chocolate origin on there, and you can taste the differences. And I find that intriguing, and I like that. Honestly, sometimes the original chocolates, or single source chocolates, they don't taste as pleasing or pleasant as the blended ones do. I do have to admit that. There's a reason why they blend them to begin with. But they're more interesting if you can, you know what I mean? So it's like a different thing. It's like chocolate appreciation versus actually just eating a chocolate bar for pleasure. Yeah, so it's kind of like a study of chocolate. So anyways, these are really cool. So these ones include 3 Lost Republic bourbon bonbons. These have caramel pecan. And then there's Potrero rye whiskey truffles. So Potrero is like a really cool, like hilly part of San Francisco. It's really pleasant. It's high up in the hills. It's really cool. And there's 3 St. George Spirits Hazelnut Espresso Crunch Bonbons. So St. George is like a gin brand. They have gin. They also have absinthe. And St. George is like delicious. I mean, I'm not even I'm not a liquor person. I can't hold my alcohol. If I take 1 sip of tequila, I'll be like as red as this. Seriously. And when I mean red, I mean from the part of my hair, glowing freaking red, to the bottom of the soles of my feet, basically. And I know this because one time I had I had a daiquiri. No, I had a daiquiri. Was it daiquiri? What was that? No. What are those things called that have tequila in them? Margarita. I had a margarita once, and I didn't even finish the whole thing when I was in like Southern California. And this was like in Universal Studios or something like that. And I went into the bathroom to wash my hands, and I almost fainted because I was wearing shorts, white shorts and white top. And I swear to God, I was so red. I was like tomato red. And I was like thinking, oh God, no wonder people are staring at me. You know what I mean? It wasn't because I looked particularly cute that day. You know, I looked like a tomato, like a walking tomato. I was that red. So anyways, I can't hold my spirits, but I like the flavor, and I like gin especially because I feel like I like the herbs that they put in, like the juniper berries, the whatever they put in, you know what I mean? I forget, like a bunch of botanicals. I like that. I like the flavors of that. And I feel like you can really taste them in gin. But anyways, I got these dandelion chocolates from Michael's. Yes, that's number 1. And these are expensive, but trust me, the reason why I was doing it was I was feeling deprived because I was suffering under the colonoscopy prep, and I was just dying. Like I was so hungry, like I couldn't even sleep. That's how hungry I was. And when you're up and like on the internet, like, and you're in under that circumstance, you're feeling sorry. I was feeling sorry for myself. Purchases are inevitable. So yeah. But anyways, I felt like I was rewarding myself, you know, for going through this ordeal, you know. But anyways, in addition to that particular the Spirits chocolate, I also got these other things. And the reason why I got these, and these are exorbitant in price, but I got them because they said they were limited edition and they were imported from their Japanese store. So apparently Dandelion has a Japanese location, which I didn't know about. And these are only for Christmas. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I have to get it because they're cutely packaged. They're from the Japanese store. They're not always going to be available, blah, blah, blah. Yes. So I got this tower, and these are chocolate covered Japanese citrus collection. And they're wrapped up in this cool like tower. And the good thing about these is the boxes are actually they're cloth covered. So after I eat this tower, I can get the boxes to use for my personal, for upcycling or something like that. So that's, yeah. And also they look really cute on the table. So these are dark chocolate covered Japanese citruses. So they have lemon, Yokon, and Hyuganatsu. So one of them is kind of like a pomelo chunks. This one right here, which I'm really looking forward to. Nobody has pomelo, trust me. They have this, I think it's mandarins, and then they also have the Japanese lemon. So it might be yuzu maybe, or something like that. So I'm really looking forward to this. I really like the combination of dark chocolate and citrus, especially the citrus peel. You know what I mean? But then the pomelo one is looking really cool because it apparently it has chunks of pomelo, dried pomelo meat. So I'm really looking forward to that. So, but this was exorbitant. So I don't know. Don't get it. I'll let you know how it goes. Then the pièce de résistance is this. And this one is in this amazing like packaging. So it even has like a gold plaque, you know what I mean? So this is Tokyo and San Francisco collection. And let's see what this one I'm going to unravel because I'm, you know, I think I might eat one of these today. And this is, I'm not going to share these with other people because I'm kind of embarrassed. I don't know about if any of you feel this way, but out of my entire family, I only have one cousin that could even possibly understand my purchasing behavior and my preferences in life. Excuse me. Yeah, but ta-da, here goes. It's like an accordion box. Can you believe it? This is like so outstanding. 6 chocolate bars. And so basically these chocolate bars, they have the harvest year, they have the percentage, they have the city and the country, and it also like they also have like things like, you know, cranberry beans, mocha. I mean, they have stuff in, I mean, they have the notes of it in. So this one tastes like walnut, fresh cranberry, and mocha, this one right here. And they have the Chambon Guatemala 2019 harvest. So this one has a different, even though it's from the same place, it has a different notes. This one has caramelized hazelnuts, dried figs, and brandy. And yeah, it's so cool. It even says it's who it's roasted by. So this one is oh, they even say that who puts the notes in. This one is by Nate, and this one is by Akari, who's Japanese. And then, yeah, there's this one. Maya Mountain Belize, 2022 harvest. This is Maya Mountain Belize 2021 harvest. The 2022 harvest has fresh strawberry, honey, and cheesecake flavor. This one, the 2021 one has, let's see, dark milk chocolate, strawberry jam, and wildflower honey. So anyways, and then here's like the other bar. This is Zorzal Comutario, Dominican Republic. And this one has cream cheese, grapefruit, and gin. Oh, here's the Here's a cool pamphlet. And this other one, the same place, 2022 harvest, has chocolate covered cherries, fresh milk, and black tea. So yeah, this is like in this cool booklet. Isn't this cool? Oh, shoot. Anyways, yeah, so I can't wait to eat this. These bars are so cool. Look, the packaging is like stunning. I guess like Japanese people are really into beautiful packaging. This washi, or this type of wrapping paper, is like silver gilded. And then on the back, it has the Japanese language. Yeah, wow. And then this one is by Marie. So yeah, so like I said, I can't even begin to explain myself to my family. They just look at, when I try to tell them about these things and, you know, my findings, and try to share with them my findings, half the time they're looking at me like I have two heads, like I'm like an alien. Like, how did this alien grow up in our family? My taste and my perception is very different from the rest of my family. But, you know, people are just different anyways. So it doesn't really matter. But I would never tell them that, you know, this is what happens when I'm going through stress, I shop. So yes, so I'm telling you about it so you can enjoy it too. But anyways, the colonoscopy went fine. They found a polyp that was like 7 millimeters, which is not small. It's on the smaller side, but it's on the larger side of small, if you get my meaning. So I'm glad they found it. They took it out and they're going to biopsy it. The weird thing is, even though I went through so many diets and, you know, my food choices haven't been the best, for some reason, they only found one polyp. So yeah, that's a good sign. So hopefully everything goes well. So anyways, do consider getting a colonoscopy for you and your loved ones if possible. If there's stuff, you know, if they find stuff, it doesn't really matter. Just, they take it out. Everything that they find, they take it out and they biopsy it. So don't worry about it. Don't be like my brother, you know what I mean? Having something big and getting it taken out. I bet he feels relieved that it's not in there. Another thing is, after you get it, you do feel like you're cleansed from the inside. Like I had this, the next morning when I came back from the colonoscopy and I ate a light dinner that day. I felt like kind of a burden lifted off. I felt cleansed, and I was actually several pounds lighter. So, I mean, by now I've probably gained it back again because I started eating regular food. But anyways, yeah, consider getting a colonoscopy. It's like not bad. It's a good thing. And once you get it, then if there's nothing, then you don't have to get it for a few more years. So it's not going to be like a huge burden. Just think of it as a cleansing experience. And that's what I did. And try not to go onto websites during Christmas or something like that and buy a bunch of stuff. The virtual Uber carts is actually okay, acceptable, because I did not press the button. I'm probably going to go back and delete them. Hopefully I don't accidentally press the button, but yeah. So I'll go back and delete them, but it's just the source of amusement. I'll probably go back and say like, oh, wow, you know, if I added up all 10 carts of food, it's probably like $2,000 worth of like food, something like that. So anyways, have a good one. Take care of you and yourselves. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.